Last week I made a video about how to get free high intent leads directly to your inbox with Perplexity, and that'll be around here. The bit of feedback I got on that was like, what now? And that is a super good question. So today I thought I would break down exactly what we do with all that raw information we get from our job board search. So let's just jump into it. Your search results should look something like this when you get them from Perplexity, right? Just like this big block of text. This is what we found today, whatever, right? So I'm just gonna like move it over here into a document that we can deal with. Copy paste. There you go. So the thing with scraping job boards is you know that these people need the offer that you're presenting. They need your help, right? However, they don't always come with email addresses or even company websites that we can work with. So that makes it a little tricky. It's even worse when AI starts to make stuff up. So I pulled this one aside because it is particularly egregious, right? We know that this is a real company and we know that they're hiring for our offer. But what AI did, because it didn't come with any sort of useful information, is they filled in the blanks for me. Really helpful. So it says contact Jane Doe, owner, linkedin.com/Jane Doe, Jane at Andwell Hospitality, 555-123-4567. That's not information that is helpful at all. Okay, so what do we do when we have the name of the company with like high intent, but we have nothing else? You know what I mean? That's what we're going to talk about today, is how we process this partial information into something that we can use. I'm gonna go back over into Manus. I'm bullish on Manus because I think it's the best at like task execution. You know, it's not the best writer or anything like that, but like when you have a framework or you have like a process to follow, nothing beats it, right? So we're gonna go over to Manus, have it turn this into a spreadsheet for us. Okay, so I'm just gonna use my voice text here, Aqua Voice. Can you format the attached text into CSV with each bit of information being its own column? CSV is spreadsheet. If you're not aware, it'll read the attached file, analyze the structure, and then format the information into a CSV file. All right, it's going to do this, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so Manus did the thing. I just put this into Google Sheets here so that we could check this out. And I'm noticing immediately that there are some duplicates. And this isn't a Perplexity thing or a Manus thing. This is a me thing. I didn't turn off the workflow when I made it for our YouTube video. So we are going to remove duplicates from column A. Boop. 13 duplicates. Now we've got 12 legit leads with, you know, questionable email addresses and whatnot. So what do we do now? We are going to take this and export it to Manus, download the CSV. You can just share this, right? Go up to Google Share, but it takes a little less credits to do it this way. So we're going to go boop, add local files. Obviously you do this like after you've collected a bunch of leads and whatnot. I'm just going to do small batches for the sake of this video, but let's tell it. Attached is a list of companies hiring for our particular social media offer. We want to confirm company website and location for sure. Also nice to have would be decision maker name and email address. Would you please conduct wide research to confirm all that information for each company listed? I said please. Doesn't matter if I say please. It doesn't. Anyway, so now it's going to do a little bit of pre-research to set itself up for success, make sure it knows how to execute the task that we're giving it, right? Setting up its virtual machine and whatnot. So it's going to conduct parallel research on all of these. 19 subtasks. Start. So the beauty is when you were looking for enrichment previously and like finding decision maker and whatnot, you do each of these searches one at a time. Like you'd run them through Perplexity or, you know, some sort of agent that had access to the internet. What this is doing all 19 in 19 simultaneous tasks. So it takes 1/19 of the time, which is kind of cool. So this is going to do its thing. It's going to take a few minutes. I'm going to go and come back, right? Let's watch this here clock and see how long it takes when we return. Okay, sick, we're done. From start to finish, that took 7 minutes. And that's including the time I spent talking about the thing instead of like clicking the button and just starting it. So research completed successfully. I've verified all 20 companies and completed a comprehensive information, including website, location, and decision maker detail. That does not necessarily mean email, but I mean, this is great. We at least have the website and most likely decision maker name. There's steps we can take to enrich that further down the line. So websites verified 20, locations confirmed 20, decision makers 20. That's good news. Emails 17 of 20. That's exceptional. High confidence on 19, medium confidence on 1. Even better. So let's go down and look at that one really terrible one. Where are you? Let's go over here and find Jane Doe. There you are. Original Jane Doe. New Ryan. That's good. So now we know that we have this person's email. It's blanked out, but we can go and find that. Still a couple not publicly available, not available. Not publicly available. And then we've got some catch-all stuff. So as you saw, not all the emails were filled in, but I mean, that's okay. This is a huge step in the right direction. We've got the verified company name, verified decision maker name, and there's some steps you can take to do the rest, right? You can upload it to Apollo or any mail finder or something like that. Just like upload the CSV and then you get exactly who you're going to talk to, right? So the full workflow is scrape leads from job boards with browser automation or Perplexity or whatever. Then you go and you clean up those leads with Manus, do a bit of research. Step 3, tidy it up. I'll put out a video on that. And just a quick one before anybody gets into it is we have 20 leads here. I did that for the sake of YouTube. I usually do batches of like 1 to 200, just depending on how many I pull in a day, right? And for perspective, my normal reply rate on like out of the blue cold outreach is like 1 to 3%. Okay, that's like sort of industry standard, maybe a bit on the low side, average-ish. Okay, the intent here, people are actively looking for help, and you're raising your hand. You're saying, "Hey, I can help," right? So in my experience, and take this with a grain of salt, the reply rate is 3 to 5 times higher on job board scrapes than it is just like out of the blue. Okay, so I would say even though this is like a low sample size, these 20 emails is the equivalent of 60 to 100 just random out of the blue ones. You can check out the video on browser automation and getting leads with Perplexity in the description. If you want to know more about these sorts of tools, there's a link down below to my school community. I've got a link for Manus so you can get some bonus credits and get started as well. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one.